Hi everybody, today I hope you are well, and I am going to do reading for the Divine Masculine, messages to the Divine Feminine. I bought some roses today because I feel my Divine Masculine hasn't got the time to do it, so I know that they do say, or some of the Twin Flame readers do say, that you should buy yourself some roses and have them come from your Divine Masculine. So these are very nice sort of long stem roses. There's 12 of them, and I just thought I would buy myself some roses as a gesture of choosing me and you know, recognizing my love for myself. And so these flowers are symbolically from my Divine Masculine to me. So I thought I'd do a reading today based on what the Divine Masculine wants the Divine Feminine to know. And basically the title is Divine Masculine is saying to the Divine Feminine, can you hear me? Right? So the idea is, can you hear me? So what is he trying to say? What does he want us to know? And if you haven't bought yourself some flowers recently, then I suggest going ahead and buying it. It does make you feel better. Definitely feeling a lot better than I was this morning. There's been some sort of quite heavy energy, but that is all part of the process of going through the underworld, doing the work, and transmuting the energy for the Divine Masculine, who is, I feel, is missing his Divine Feminine. So we're going to look at the messages today. Divine Masculine, what do you want us to know? For the collective. Thank you. I'm calling in the Ascended Masters, all our guardian angels, our teams, Ascended Masters, to come and help us with these messages. So I may do above and below. Let's see what comes out. I'm going to just go with the flow today and try and do a really deep message. Try not to rush through it. So already we have some very nice cards. If you can see them, it's quite bright. Oh, the roses look lovely. Anyway, we've got some very nice cards. In fact, amazing cards, really. However, I'm going to continue shuffling. Whoa! These roses are really having an effect on this reading. You see that green card there? For some reason the light seems to be quite bright. I don't know why. Put the other light on. I have two. See if that does anything. So far we have quite good cards. I may channel this message rather than doing it consciously. Oh, wow. This is incredible. I'm just in that sort of space of no expectations. Divine Masculine, this is a message, can you hear me? Divine Masculine wants to send a message. And he's asking, can you hear me? Any more cards, Spirit? Or is that all we need for now? What was that? Just flipped over. Okay, so we'll have one more just to finish off the pattern here of 3 and 3. As above, so below. It's going to be an as above, so below reading, I believe. As above, so below. What's the Divine Masculine want us to hear? What does he want the Divine Feminine to hear? Okay, very good. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower card, which is rebuild. Let me just turn this light off. Maybe that's, yeah, I think that's probably better. We have the rebuild card, Tower card, but that's okay. I'm going to use the Romance Angels as well. So the first cards we have on the top is Flow, which I think is the Wheel of Fortune. We have Joy and Stability, which is the Four of Wands, for four of, I think it's, yeah, the Four of Wands, which is the amazing card. And then we have this Love Abounds card, so it's all about love. And then on the bottom we have More Love Coming Together, so that's the below. We have the base chakra, physical element, Spread Your Wings, which is underneath the Love Abounds card. So on the top, on the above we have the flow, and on the below we have the coming together. So the wheel is turning in the favour. Oh, excellent. Oh, thank you. I think it's probably Christine who's just done that message. Was that you, Christine? Just confirm in the chat there. Oh, you've changed your name. Oh, you've gone up in the world. Excellent. Oh, well, thank you for watching, and I'm glad you're feeling it. And yes, it's been a long journey, hasn't it, since that time. So we're still here, we're still surviving. So the wheel is turning, he's saying. This is in the above, and the below is, this is what it's going to be coming into, this sort of coming together. Let's see if I can get these cards in, sorry, roses, in view. There you go. Coming together is the below. This is going to be the physical. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Turquoise Flame 333. Please can you update me with in the email that I twinflameloveletters@gmail.com. Just give me a lovely update. I'd love to hear how you're getting on and a bit about your story. Just let me know, that would be great. The flow, the wheel of, you see he's got his hand on his heart there and touching the water. Very, very emotional, very beautiful. He's feeling so much love now for us. And here is the coming together card, which is what he wants in the physical. That's sort of where it's going. So this is as above, so below. So when you look at the 5D and you look at how things are created in the universe out of nothing, out of the quantum vacuum field, nothing can happen in the physical without it first happening in oh, here, that's a good position. Without it happening in the quantum vacuum first. So this is what's happening, and this is what's going to be coming as a result, coming together. Then we have the Four of Wands, which is the happy family, you know, the Four of Wands in the traditional tarot. This is joy and stability. This is what's happening from this flow of love. joy and stability is in the heart of the Divine Masculine at the moment. He's feeling joy and stability in the 5D, but today has been, you know, some sort of heavy energies that I've been healing, walking through today. I mean, literally walking through. I've been feeling a little heavy energy, so I went out walking today to walk through it, to get things moving. So I knew I was transmuting, and it was quite difficult. I was, you know, really breathing to try and transmute this energy. So hopefully I'm feeling a lot better, actually, and maybe this is reflecting his joy and stability he's feeling. Look at that beautiful sunshine. All right, then down into the physical, we've got the base chakra. So this joy and stability is going to be felt physically. This is where I was feeling the heaviness today, sort of in the base chakra and also the sacral chakra. So this joy and stability is now going to be coming down through into the lower chakras, this higher energy. Then we have this amazing love card. If I remember rightly, Violet Flame, is it? Violet Flame, your masculine was really wanting to be with you, and he thinks you're magnificent, and so that's great that if you're coming together and pushing forward. So anyway, for the collective and for the rest of us that are, you know, moving forward in whatever way, love abounds in the 5D, which it always does, and, you know, the wheels are turning, and that's a completion into the next phase of love, into this beautiful joy and stability because of the dark night of the soul they've been through, and love abounds as a result of that. And then in the physical here is a feeling of spreading your wings, opening up to love, taking that move towards your highest desires and being guided by that light, and not being restricted by the former conditioning. So maybe that's why we've got the rebuilding card here. Reading it, but units happen audio body. Right, excellent, excellent. So yeah, the idea that we can now spread our wings and move towards that light with a sense of freedom and openness. And it's like we're ready to receive. She's got her arms open. She's receiving these messages coming down. So, you know, this reading is about the masculine saying, can you hear me? So he's sending these cosmic messages down through to the divine feminine. So maybe this is what this is. The above is the messages he's sending. Obviously he can't do it physically, verbally at the moment for whatever reason, in my case anyway. But he's sending these messages through his heart, through his intention, through his knowing, and they're coming down and they're hitting the divine feminine square on the head. And so she's getting those messages, and this is a message for the divine feminine to be open to those signs and symbols, synchronicities, whatever messages are coming through, as they always do. You know, like today, for example, me deciding to buy the roses could have been, you know, this message from my divine masculine to say, look, buy yourself some roses, know they're from me, but, you know, you deserve some beautiful flowers today. So, and it was uplifting just holding them and knowing that they were potentially from my divine masculine. So very good messages coming through. Divine masculine is in total love and abundance of heart and joy. energy. I mean, everything good above, and the messages coming through are I want to be with you in the physical, so please receive me as I am. So what we're going to do next is the romance angels. So divine masculine is wanting the divine feminine to keep her ears and eyes and arms open to receiving his messages, so that when he does come to you or to us, then you will be ready and not shutting down and about to give up. And it's, you know, it's about loving yourself anyway. So buying yourself some flowers or cooking yourself a nice meal, deciding not to berate yourself for how you look, getting enough sleep, doing all these things to nurture yourself, because he's going within. I got a reading yesterday personally. He's going within and connecting with his divine feminine side, so he's really getting that balance, and that's why the flow is happening in this flow card, because he's balancing both his divine masculine and divine feminine energies, which is helping the wheel to turn and creating a balance of joy and stability within him, which by definition is a magnet for the twin flame. So free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yes, so he's saying, I'm taking control of my heart. I'm listening to my own heart, and you know, I'm standing up for what I believe in. He's freeing himself from the constrictions of other people around him or whatever's going on in his life. So that's why the flow is happening. That's above. So that flow that's happening to free himself is the you know, the next wheel in the cog. It's like connect, and then all the click together and the gate opens. So it's like a code has been unlocked. So let's look at the clarifier for the joy and stability card. So the free yourself, time to take control back of your life. Yeah, the fact that he's listening to his heart, he realizes that that is his truth, and it's making him feel very centered, very aligned and illuminated. And that's why there is this sense of joy and stability, because once you realize you have the control to perceive joy and not allow others' perceptions to affect you, that's when you realize you have a sense of power. That's when you recognize your power. So we've just had the wedding card come out to clarify the joy and stability card. So here is the wedding card. This situation involves marriage, and it's, you know, with the traditional Four of Wands card. And that could mean a marriage within himself in terms of the divine masculine and feminine, remember, in the 5D. And that energy is solidifying now and becoming his truth more and more every day. So that is really good when you think that things that happen in the 5D have no alternative but to happen in the 3D, because that's like, you know, putting a cake in the oven and expecting a stew to come out, right? So love abounds, and that is coupled with the passion card. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So there's a lot of passion going on in the Divine Masculine's heart in the 5D. He may not be consciously aware of what or why or how, but all we know is that the elements that have been working, the angels, they've been transforming him into this amazing state. And I think one of my last readings showed that he was really, really in that light phase, but the Divine Feminine was in the, oh, I can't believe it, sort of, she was in doubt or disbelief. And so that was a bit of a wobble on the part of the Divine Feminine. But the Divine Masculine seems to have been progressing really, really nicely. You know, I am an online teacher of people with autism online, and one of my jobs is to track how they progress through the course material and how they develop in their confidence. And so my mind is trained to track progress, and this seems to be a pattern that's happening with the Divine Masculine. If I was to be assessing him on how well he's doing and seeing that he's only moving forward and not moving backwards, then I would be very happy with his progress. So for the 3D, what's coming down to clarify the flow of the freedom that's now happening, what he wants us to hear as Divine Feminines. You've got the Coming Together card, and we're going to clarify that Coming Together card in the 3D. So what do the Romance Angels want us to know? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. So he knows in the 3D, or he will be realizing in the 3D, that this is a past relationship, and that he wants, you know, he wants this love. It's the Two of Cups, which is the twin flame, and it's a past life relationship. So confirmation that this is what he's desiring and what's happening, and what he wants us to hear is, yes, you have been, you know, you are my love, and I want to be. If you haven't been in contact for a while, he may be worried that you're going to leave him or not take him in when he comes, sort of thing. So in the 3D, under the joyful wedding situation in terms of the marriage between the Divine Masculine and Feminine, in the 5D, in the quantum field, this union which brings a sense of stability and joy. What is the clarification in the physical base chakra? Earthly, tribal, coming back to your tribe. The base chakra is the tribe energy. Yes, your love life is being affected by children. So coming back into that childlike innocence of love, back to the love you knew, that innocent love, that eternal love that you feel like when you come back home, it feels like home again. And the base chakra is all about feeling at home, feeling accepted, belonging, a sense of belonging, being with your family, your tribe, people that get you. And this is basically that feeling, that union back home to the physical security of a sense of belonging with the people and family that you're supposed to be with is that 5D wedding union energy coming down to manifest as coming back home to a sense of belonging and acceptance, coming back home to where you feel you belong, despite everything that's happened in the past. You can come back home and, you know, often like you do when you want to visit your mum or go back home to the comforts of home. So 2 cards wanted to come out there. We've got soulmate, and we've got the romantic feelings. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. And this is clarifying the open the wings, spread your wings, and this is clarifying the 5D passion and love. So these go really well together in terms of how the 5D energy would transmute into the physical. This is what he wants the Divine Feminine to hear, is can you hear me? I am your soulmate. Can you feel these feelings? Are you ready to receive these feelings and explore these feelings with me? Are we ready for this? And it's coming down into the physical as this manifesting soulmate, romance, feelings, and he's saying, you know, be open and be ready to receive me as your soulmate. So you can see here, if she was standing there and these were coming down, being manifested into the physical, this is the message he would be pouring into her head, down into this light here. He's saying, I am your soulmate. I have these feelings for you, and I want to explore them with you. Because love abounds and there's passion up the top. And that passion's going to come down in the form of this connection of soulmate, love and closeness, as you can see, the two of them there. And she's sort of standing on her own now, opening up the arms he's wanting her to hear, and is ready to drop into place like this, down from the 5D into the physical. So this is giving us some nice messages, which I'm loving. And so that's the romance angels. And I just saw one there, which I did get a glimpse of, so I'm not cheating, but then I just lost it. This one here, I just saw this, my eyes clapped on it. Calling in your soulmate. So that's what he's doing, and that's what we're doing, calling in our soulmate. So I'm going to put that there with the roses. I need to do a better video setup, but I wanted you to see the roses today and get all romantic feelings. So I'm loving this. Right, so it's like, can you imagine, like, this is echo, well, she's calling in, this is the Divine Feminine calling in. She's been calling him in for ages, and he's saying, I'm here, can you hear me? It's okay, I'm here, can you hear me? I've got all these feelings for you. I'm connecting, I'm flowing, I'm in passionate love, and these things are going to come raining down on you as we rebuild this new, whatever's just happened in the lives of the Divine Masculine, which has been pretty tumultuous. Even though we don't know exactly what's been happening. But you know, like sometimes on Facebook you see people's feed and the all the photographs, and certain people's faces pop up on the little grid of photographs there, and it's like you can see who's been looking at your profile for a little while. I'm sure that's how it works. I mean, I don't know, I don't work for Facebook, but it's like who I know is in contact with my twin, and on his profile photos, I've never seen this before, but it's come up a picture of him and his wife on the grid of the photographs, and I only realized, I mean, I've seen his wife, you know, in articles in the paper before, but they're very few and far between. I think he tries to keep off social media as much as possible, but she's obviously on Facebook. But so it's like she's been checking out this guy's Facebook page, and I'm like, well, why would somebody's wife be checking out some, you know, Facebook page if she wasn't actually with the husband? Do you know what I mean? But it's all a guessing game. It's all a guessing game. But a bit of my personal story here. You know, he did tell me that they were going through problems, and then at Christmas I didn't hear from it, and apparently I think it's her birthday around Christmas time. So the last message I got, which I can read to you, which I channeled, and you know, it was pretty hard to take at the time, but that was Valentine's Day. That was a pretty hard day, wasn't it? Valentine's Day. Let's see what I've got here. I've got my 11/11/11 reading. So many 11/11s. Oh, that was my last message to him. That was, oh, I see it now. I know. It needs to be the one around Christmas. That's why. 14th of the 12th. That was just before Christmas. That was after I saw him on my birthday. The 18th, which is really weird because that was the date that she'd put this picture of him and her on the Facebook. So I think it's this one. Yeah. Possibly that one, or it could be this one. Let me just see. That was the 18th. So on the 20th of the 12th, that was quite good because I actually heard from him on this. Yeah, it was the 5th of the 1st, because like by January I hadn't heard from him, and I was starting to go a bit, you know, not crazy but upset and stuff. So it says here, and this is why it explains it, or why I didn't hear from him after Christmas. Overall energy, share the love. I'm sharing my love with others that know how to treat me right. But this does not mean that I do not think of you every minute of the day. I do. But at the moment I have to think of those that have been with me through thick and thin, so that I may find a way to love myself even more deeply. You are my shining star, but I need to focus on my projects and get my life sorted so that we can be together finally. So that was on the 5th of January, after me speaking to him on the 22nd, but she'd already posted a picture of them all dolled up and dressed up, you know, all suit and ties, and she had a fascinator on, and she looks a little bit like Camilla Parker Bowles, actually. Whereas I'm more like your blondie, you know, your blondie type, Debbie Harry type thing. Although I don't have blonde hair anymore. But anyway, looks doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, he's got that demo, as your boy DeBoom would say. I'm loving Daniel LLD DeBoom. He's kind of new on the scene, and he's funny. So I'm watching him, and I'm picking up a lot of his terminology. So so that demo. So that was on the 18th, but I was also, it was funny because I actually did a reading on the 18th for us, which was actually on the 18th. So let's see what was going on there. So whilst he was schmoozing his demo, Karmic, she was putting pictures of him up on Facebook. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But this was his message to me on the new moon on that day. I love you with all my heart, and I want you to know that I will love you forever. It is time for us to be together physically, and I am ready to receive the union of the spiritual love on a level that can keep us growing in love and matrimony. Maybe this time's coming now. I want to marry you, my sweetheart, and be taken into your arms and loved forever too. This time it is true love that I seek, and I know lies within both our souls. I know that we are meant to be together, and I have a feeling that that will be the case very soon. I want you to know that my whole life has been about this moment in which we realize we are meant to be in union in this lifetime. Please let me know in a sign that you feel the same way too, so that I can be assured that our love is going to stand the test of time. I can't remember if I actually did send him a sign, or I can't remember if I did that. It will only take one word and I will be yours forever. Please forgive me. I cannot look in any other direction but the direction of our love, because this is all I seek. This is all I want. This is all I know. So be it. It is, and this is why channeling is a bit scary, because it comes out with phrases and things that when you first read it you go, oh my God. But anyway, this is what it says. It is with regret that I cannot go further into the bale of negative hay which I no longer wish to feed on. My love is with you now, and for this I am eternally grateful and happy. I do not wish to spend my life loving another, and so I will therefore have to concede that only you will do. You are the royal sovereign of my heart's desire, and I have nothing left to give another in this regard. We will have the prosperity to showcase our love when the time is correct, but for now we will be the sole recipients of this beautiful union for which we have worked and wanted all our lives. We are blessed to have been united in so an unusual and fascinating way. We were thrown together in a studio where the weather forecast was being foretold. If only they knew what kind of weather they had manifest in that setting. There we were, the two of us, reunited in physical and not knowing that we were soulmates or twin flames. but our connection was undeniable, and therefore we had struck a chord with each other's heart. And I loved you then, and love you even more now. With this reunion, I thee wed. I will cherish and inspire you until the day we are no longer in our physical bodies. At this time, I will be with you in spirit always. But for now, we will live a long and healthy life together, no longer struggle or searching for what makes us happy, as we will have already found it in each other here and now. We will love together in perfect matrimonial harmony for the rest of our lives. I commit my life to you, whatever it takes to make that a reality in the 3D and simultaneously in all dimensions. We will play, sing, dance, eat great food, and make love tenderly. I love you. I love you. I love you forever. 4. I am yours as we manifest this heart's desire. I am healed in your presence, and you in mine. We are ready to leave behind all unhealthy situations in readiness for a new beginning of true love and devotion. As we open our hearts to love, we are guided by Jesus and Mary and Buddha, who show us the way to purify our minds, thoughts, bodies and emotions, and open the door to our most highest joy, happiness and love. We are one, we are healed, and we are in union. I think it says now. I couldn't see what that is. And so it is. Oh, and so it is. That's what it said. So that was on the 18th. And so that's why seeing that picture on the Facebook of where she put this new picture up of the two of them, you know, it's very telling. So to get out of that situation. And then we've got on the 20th of the 12th, it says, darling, I'm in a space where love is the only thing I have to focus on. I feel now that we are destined to be together and that love will show us the way of how to get there. We have what it takes to succeed, and we will find a way to be together no matter what it takes. As we reach into the deepest depths of our psyche, we realize we are the only ones we have in this world to rely on. And so it is with great joy that I pronounce that we be an actual couple. We have waited so long, and we no longer have to wait any longer. We are soon to be together in physical union as a couple, and one who has a plan to be married in the spring. It doesn't say which spring. Over this Christmas period, we will have time to reflect on what we need and how we are going to move forward with our plans. We will have a vision that is easy to achieve and will help us see how success is going to happen. It is time for us to share our love with passion and affection, and we will know that our life from here on in will be what we have dreamed of attaining the perfect love in union with both our values, beliefs and desires. We are ready for this love, and we can now take this forward easily and effectively. I am listening to my soul as I know you are yours. Despite all the chatter, I can hear my true heart. My true heart is telling me you are where my home is. You are where I want to end up. You are what my heart desires. When I am with you, I feel as though I have come home. In loving you, I will find my strength and be resilient against any forces that defy that trait. I have never been so sure of a love I can trust, and I want you to know that my resilience will be true and steadfast until the end. I will never be bored in your presence, as we will always have something to talk about. You turn me on, and I always feel alive in your presence. Be with me forever, baby, because I cannot bear another minute without you in my life. I love you and need you with me every day, from now until eternity. I have poured out my heart in this love letter and now wish to see it all come to fruition. You have processed a lot of what I have been feeling, and for that I am truly grateful in an equal way as you are grateful to me for the experiences of growth and understanding that you have gained throughout this twin flame journey. Let us rejoice at this Christmas time and look forward to an amazing new beginning in the year of 2018. Blessings and love, my dearest darling love. I love you forever and ever. Amen. Namaste. Have a great day. He's even copying my my words. Anyway, so I just felt like reading those out because, you know, it's like these seem to be coming into fruition now. This sort of he seems to be succeeding in it. And when I train my students online, I teach them to set goals and, you know, do action plans and have a vision for where they want things to go. And so he seems to be doing really well with that. And like my students who have learning disabilities, you have to give them time. You cannot force it. You cannot, you know, do that sort of masculine energy thing where you just need them to get stuff done. You've got to allow them to unfold creatively. And that's really helping me in my twin flame journey, because that muscle of allowing somebody to unfold in their own way and to bring out their creativity and their passion, and then demonstrate it in some way and provide evidence for it in some way, is all good training for my eyes and my mindset to see how the divine, from what he said at Christmas, which is what, 6 months ago, that's not too bad, considering, you know, if someone's in a karmic relationship, they need time to get that out, don't they? So, and you know, it's been good actually, because I wanted to do the project with my students online, and by having him come into my life at that time, I would have had to have chosen between the two. And I really love my online work with my autistic people and my learning disabilities. And they're not really learning disabilities. They are they're actually empaths. They're actually, I think I'm dealing with a lot of I'm so lucky to be dealing with people that are actually empaths. And, you know, the company's run mostly by women. My bosses are women. I am the learning and development manager. I obviously am a woman. And my team are mostly autistic men who have very feminine, who are mostly actually feminine energy, because they're autistic, they're sensitive. I have to be very sensitive with them. I have to, and it is like dealing with a lot of male empaths. So, and it's wonderful, because when if you think, you know, the divine masculine, if he's turning into that sort of person who is sensitive, soft, but also has the male thing of being able to plan things and structure and take action. It's a beautiful balance working with these people. And then the actual students I get, they are also very sensitive, and I often feel like I have to be so careful with them as not to frighten them away like a little scared cat or something. So, but when you find that balance of communicating, and they are mostly young men who needs extra support, when you find that balance of communicating with them in a way that is safe for them, in terms of communicating to their intellect, because a lot of them are actually very bright. That's what I wanted to say. A lot of them are very bright, but they have these empathic qualities that I recognize in a lot of us twin flames, that, you know, we can't handle being around lots of tough energy. And that's why a lot of people are autistic or sensitive, because it's a protection mechanism. So, you know, I'm dealing with this every day, and bringing people on, in particular the masculine. I'm bringing these young masculine energies on in terms of giving them the confidence to be a feminine masculine, or, you know, a balanced masculine. So it's kind of my day job in a way. And I like the way the universe just brings everything into alignment. Once you follow your truth, you realize the patterns that are being revealed. So they're pushing me into being a business coach at the moment, which is good, because I've always wanted to do business coaching online, working with empaths. So really, what you do truly desire does actually happen. And sometimes you look back and you go, oh, I'm doing it, you know. So this is what the Divine Masculine is doing at the moment. Is he's actually doing what he said he was going to do. He's on track, if my channeling letter was anything to go by. So let's look at the chakra energy, because it's very important to align the chakras when you are progressing. So I don't know what is going to come out. Maybe 3 cards to connect the above and below. Yeah, let's do that, because that's how the energies come in. They will come in from the higher through just chakras and then come out as behaviors and manifest. So could we have a chakra card for the first set of cards, please, Spirit? Thank you. So that's a little bit about my background in terms of my daily thing. So here we have the Faith card, and there's a story for each of these cards. It's a beautiful picture, actually. You've got this sort of ghostly looking person. You've got a divine feminine who's sort of there in the physical with her crystals at the front. And then you've got these 2 people in cloaks, one with a golden chalice which has got sparkles, and the other is with a world, and he's got a dove on his head. She's got a world in her hands, and the ghostly wise fellow at the back with the beard has an owl on his head, and that's Faith. So we'll read that, what that story is. So can we have a clarification for the middle set, which is the unification, the wedding, coming back home, that sense of belonging. So the grief card has popped over. So we'll have a look into what that's. Maybe that's what the grief I was been feeling today and yesterday in my body. A lot of grief and loss. Right, can we have clarification for the last set, which is the passion? Okay, so we've got the destiny card, so that's good, which is showing the outcome, the passion and the soul, calling in the soulmate. It's the destiny. So that's nice. And then, that's right, so that's the bottom of the deck there, which is impartiality, which is everything is equal. It is what it is, you know, it is what it is. Be impartial about these changes. So the first one is faith. The story for this card in the dark blue section. is it the purple section? They're very closely, faith, forgiveness. Here we are. So this is the first one where the wheel's turning, he's freed himself, he's coming down into union with his past life, love, faith. I am more than I think I am. So these cards have a little story that go with them. So this is the story. The legend. Peggy is terrified. She can't see past the wall in front of her, and it is preventing her from moving forward. She cries out for help. The great spirits appear and tell her that she is holding a royal purple brick, thinking it is a wall. They encourage her to place the brick back in the path and ask her not to give up on life. Peggy lowers the brick to the ground and courageously steps forward. Her future lights up. Marvellous. Inspiration. What frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. Personal inquiry. I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? So yeah, in terms of freeing himself, the wheels turning, he's going with the flow, literally with that flow card, and he's willing to shine. When the twin flames come together, they do shine. So he wants to shine. Keywords here are narrow focus, miracles all around, not following wise counsel, not accepting your gifts, using energy in a self-defeating way. So narrow focus is all he's focused on is the love, and you know, he is believing in miracles. And it's a two-edged sword, really. You can go with the fear or the love. So this card is about gifts, muse, or fear. So this is about letting go of the fear and moving forward. Obviously, faith, that's what it's all about. So then we've got the grief card, which is clarifying the wedding, joyful, full of joy and stability card, coming down into the physical, feeling at home. So the story that goes with this one, Penelope and Pickle. Grief is love without a place to go. So it could be that transitioning from, let's say, a karmic relationship into this new way of being, there is a sense of loss of something familiar, because in this picture she's holding a little dog, something she loved dearly that was faithful and loyal, and now things are changing. So what's the story? Penelope meets Pickle, the puppy, when she is at college. They go through everything together. When the day comes much later for Mother Earth to call Pickle home, he dies in Penelope's arms. Her friends are hard on her, suggesting that she should just get over her pet's death. Penelope knows she loved Pickle deeply and is simply in grief. Loving Pickle was worth every moment of sadness. When she is ready, she will love again. Yeah, so this joy in the 5D, in the wedding and the union with the masculine and the feminine, is showing that he is coming out of a period of grief and loss. And the key words here are love, commitment, and vulnerability. So he's feeling very vulnerable, but he is totally committed to love and following his heart. That he's going through the healing process. He's missing someone. He could be grieving for the loss of the union with the divine feminine. So that's what it's sort of saying here. Being unafraid of sadness, love is on the horizon. So this is actually a very positive card. And if you have been transmuting any grief for your divine masculine, then this is maybe why. It could be he's missing you. It could be that he's missing the old him, and things are changing, and he's just transmuting now into a different form. And then we have the Destiny card. So what is the story for that one? The Destiny card. Okay, this is called Black and White. Together we are stronger. So this is quite apt for me because my twin is actually, you know, different colour to me. Together we are stronger than alone. The legend. Black and White are in heaven, waiting to go back to earth, yet again to complete their work. When they meet and they fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appeal to the council of great spirits, who turn down their request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. So the inspiration for this card is take a risk, dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? Well, obviously he is, and he's wanting us to know that. This reading is about can you hear me? This is what the Divine Masculine is asking, the Divine Feminine. Personal inquiry for this card, he's asking what tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready? So he's questioning, he's in the process of analysing. Key ideas for this card is true love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, and the ability to change. Keywords are love, pathway, and faith. So we've come full circle back to the faith card. Here we had the faith card. So this is a very good reading, very strong reading that he is asking us to hear him. He's on his way. You called me, Divine Feminine. I'm answering you back. Just give me time. It's a long journey and I will get there. I'm on the last leg of my journey. So, Whispers of Love Oracle. I know this is a long reading, but not as long as some people's. But sometimes it's just nice to have that connection with you guys, to twin flames, because it can be a lonely thing. I mean, I'm buying myself flowers, and we do weird things like that, don't we? So it's nice to connect with you and chat with you and know that we're not crazy and that we have support. And I love the Twin Flame community with all its ups and downs and funny people, and so it's a real honour to be part of this community. So thank you so much for even not commenting. So I know a lot of people do get negative comments, and I think that I'm very lucky in that I don't get any comments in the comments section. Sometimes I do, but at least I don't get negative ones. But it's not about me getting comments, it's about me sharing my connection with you. So the first card we have here is love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as a truth. So basically in the 5D, this is exactly what's happening, is he's recognizing that love is all around. He's recognizing a higher love, and I can verify that from my own Divine Masculine, who sang me a song that he was writing, was all about illumination, you know, let me be your guiding light. It was a very spiritual lyrics, and you know, he is a musician and he does write love songs, so he is very in tune with all of this. But it might be that, you know, that whole facade of being a, say, a pop star or whatever you want to call it, is, you know, is not the real truth of who he is. So he's realizing. And sometimes when you sing about something all your life, you know, love, whatever it is, the voice and sound is a very powerful thing, in that whatever you voice, you know, with affirmations or even singing, is a way to very, very quickly manifest your desires. So one of my affirmations cards is about the ability to succinctly describe what I want to get my outcomes. But it's about using your voice. I mean, when you think about Madonna, when she fell over with that cloak incident on the stairs, you know, she was actually singing I Take a Tumble, right? So it's kind of true. What you sing about and what you talk about and what words you put in your head, what thoughts you resonate with, actually bring that into physical form. So he must be really, I'm thinking maybe his song's finished, because he must have been singing it over and over and over and over again, this song, which was, you know, is called Let Me Love You. So it's a beautiful song, and he said it's our song, so it's nice. We have our own song, and I believe it. I have to believe it. And here we have that beautiful card, I love you. That's the message there. Isn't that lovely? And behind it, you have express your love through gifts. And here we've got the red roses. So let's put those around there. But this is the ultimate in this deck, is the I love you card. And that just came out. It's actually the pattern on the back of the card. It's the one that gets you crying. So he wants us to know, can you hear me? I love you. Your divine masculine loves you. He wants you to know that. Okay, so that's all I feel I want to share today with you. And thank you so much for all your attention and your conversations. And do send me any updates on your twin flame journey if you should so wish. So have a beautiful one. Take care. Bye for now.